Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Hi, Elizabeth. Thank you for being here. And it's Sunday. And did everybody notice that I posted a nearly 2-hour video this morning? I tried to get that edited and done for yesterday, but it just wasn't going to happen. And hello, Victoria. How are you? It's so lovely to see you. And look, I solved the problem of getting the doohickey far enough away, getting the camera far enough away. I can't believe I finally. It was just a matter of making it taller, which I did. And hello, everybody that's coming in, and nice to see everyone. In case you didn't know, in case the standalone video and the Instagram posts and the Facebook posts and everything else wasn't enough, there is a 50% off shop-wide sale in my Etsy store this weekend only. It ends tomorrow, and I've never been able to figure out if Etsy ends it at 12:05 or 12:01, whatever time clock they use, which I think is Ireland, so it'd be GMT. At 12:01 on the 19th, or what? But it's supposed to run through Sunday, but I always set it so it ends up going into a big chunk of Monday as well. So hopefully those people that hear about it in the stream will be able to go and take advantage of it afterward as well. So today, one of the things that I wanted to do, beside of course tell you about the sale, is show you a couple of new things that have come in to my little studio. If you haven't seen it yet, the video of how I finished this is now up. This is the final finished version. So this is it after I've done all the additional zhuzhing to it that I didn't actually show you in the video. And I really am so pleased with the way that he came out. And now, of course, this is not the one, and you'll see this in the video. This is actually the one we started last week, but I messed it up. So I tossed it and did a new one. And this is the new one. I really loved the way that the frame came out. And then it's got, I don't know if you can see it, but it's got glitter gel pen all over it. In the little flowers and in the, anyway, there's a close-up look at it on my Instagram. Let's see. The other new thing that arrived, I had completely forgotten that I had ordered this. I pre-ordered it at a time when I guess I had the extra $12 that it was at that point. And as it turned out, I only had to pay 10 for it. I think the final price on it on the day of release came out to $10.01, something along those lines. So it was a great deal. Hi, Sue. Nice to see you. Hi, Corolla. And that's okay. Popping in for a minute. How is Baloo? And is he watching? And Hi, Barb. And yes, you made it. Thank you. And oh, good. Okay. Yes. And yep, there is Barb. Ta-da! There it is again. And uh, and it's gorgeous. It is every bit as wonderful as every other book that Maria has ever released. I think this is her best work, and I am really looking forward to coloring in this. I have to admit that I'm probably more of a Maria fan than I am a Hannah fan, but I love them both. So that is new and notable. That, well, I can't put that. That's too tight in the bookcase. And then, of course, I'm going to have to color in some of those and do the Lavelia's channel, Color My Horde. So I sound a little rough today, but only because I haven't talked since yesterday because I've been editing videos. And he's scratching a lot lately. Oh, yeah, trying to give the cat the bath is not easy. Mine has, unfortunately, I don't know how they get in the house, but we had a flea infestation last month. And so I had to order extra flea goo to treat that. Hi, Cindy. But she has, obviously I vacuumed really well and threw the bags out like you're supposed to, and did all of that and used the flea powder on the whatever rugs I have, which I only have one, and then treated the cat with the Advantage stuff, and thankfully it's under control, and she has now taken up residence on top of the refrigerator though, because they can't reach her up there if there are any residual ones left. Hello, Louise. Nice to see you. So I thought we would do a picture today out of mandalas, since it is still doing pretty well and people seem to be liking it. I also wanted to give a shout out, and I think now that everybody is, or that we've started this, I could pull the camera angle back down a little bit. Sorry about that. I wanted to give a shout out to an IG channel that I have discovered, and I mentioned it sort of briefly, I think, in my video. It's called Daniel Wall Art, and he is a painter, but he's a painter kind of along the vein of how Thomas Kincaid used to paint, but not fantasy, like it more impressionist. But he uses these absolutely marvelous contrasts in his work. He did he does street scenes that look wet by using blacks and yellows, and things like that. And it's definitely worth checking out. He's got a big following, 19,100 followers, I think. But it's Daniel_Wall_art, and really terrific. So if I have a moderator, which it doesn't appear that I have one yet, and thank you, Louise. And and today's color palette. Now, it sounds kind of boring, but it's not really. It's going to be browns, blacks, and beiges with another color. I'm not quite sure what. But I'm trying to decide if I want to do it, because doesn't it seem like an odd choice for something like this? I think I want to do it on this one. And wait a second, really? That makes sense, Sue, because I'm constantly finding them drowned um, in the cat's water dish. So, all right. Hello, Melinda. Oh, there she is. Hello, Melinda. How lovely to see you, my dear. And so, I believe me, it might be boring getting started, but it won't be boring once you see what I'm going to do with it, because it's kind of like the the pinks and the grays that we worked with on that one video. It really turns out to be a smashing result. So hopefully you'll bear with me. You'll be okay. You're making dinner. What are we having? And can I have some too? Um, Okay, so I'm gonna once again working in mandalas. If anybody here, I think everybody here has seen it, but for the benefit of anybody who watches after who hasn't seen it, this is my my newest book, um, and it contains 40 or 48 my fan favorite designs of mandalas that I've drawn. In addition to that, there is, of course, 40 fan favorites, which has full-size drawings from my first 8 books. Thus concludes today's sales pitch. Okay, now, now that that's over, fish fingers and mash. That actually sounds pretty good. I love fish and chips. That is, I used to live in a place that had a brew pub down the street. And it was here in America, so it was American Pale Ale, but it was very good. But they had a really great recipe for fish and chips, and so you could go in and order the fish and chips to go, and then you could buy their uh, beer in a 2-liter container to take with you. Um, and it was just really yummy. I miss that. Hi, Melody, and oh, it's lovely to see you. It's after 2 p.m. or a.m. and so okay. Um, well, lurk away, my dear. I am just delighted to know that you're here. Hi, Joey. I am just delighted to see you. And okay, so let's get started. What I wanted to work with today is the CaliArt markers and the Deli pencils. So these are my some of my favorites. I figure you guys probably had seen enough Inktense for a while. And there are links to both of these in the descriptions below. Now, in the video description below. Now, I did discover that on a mobile device, if you are watching mode in the portrait description, and you can then, I believe, see the comments below, although I'm not, or the description below, I'm not positive of that. I know it works that way on my iPhone because I watched my first video yesterday on my iPhone because my computer was tied up editing the video that I posted this morning. So I'm going to start out with Y400, which is an odd choice. It is the raw silk. And so let me see if I can find it first. That's Y401. And it's going to be kind of a white looking one. Bear with me. There it is. Okay. So I'm going to start out with the raw silk on these flowers, and I want to just do that because I want to make sure that I don't accidentally color them some other color, because I have something in mind for these. Now the raw silk is a very beige color, and and I can hear Melinda shouting at me. I heard you. I heard you, Melinda. Say, Christine, put that thing down. I did not have my protector in place, which if you are going to use markers on anything, and I do mean anything, any thickness of page, you definitely want something protective behind it. And probably something substantial than just a couple of sheets of paper. Okay, that's better. And the clips are only to hold the top back. So I just want to, I'm not going to do the whole mandala. I'm not going to do all the flowers because I want to see how we do with this in working out doing just a pie slice of it, because I remember what happened on the last one. And I don't want a 3-hour video to color mandalas. You don't need to watch that. Trying to be respectful of everybody's time. If you do have any questions for me, please feel free to put them in caps. It's not considered shouting. It does actually get my attention a little bit better. And how is everyone? What are you up to? What are you doing? Are you having a good week? Do you have kids going back to school, grandkids visiting, getting in the last vacation of the summer? What's going on? Or the last, I guess not vacation, but trip maybe of the summer, as we all do our summer travels. Oh, yes, thank you, Joey. Strong telepathy, absolutely. It was Melinda last time who said, she shouted at me. She's like, you don't have a protector. Or do you have a protector? And of course I didn't. And this was on the test one. And I did, in fact, stain the page behind. See? So it was a good mental telepathy. And Melody, honey, my, so you know, obviously how I feel about you losing your sweet boy. So please know that you are in my thoughts always. And that seems to have stopped. Am I buffering? Has everybody gone away? Please don't say you've gone away. This raw silk is one of my favorite colors. I have to say, now that I'm learning about, using neutral colors to, to work with first, I'm really liking coloring. I'm liking the results that I'm getting, and I am liking much more the thinking up of color palettes now that I can start with a light underneath and then work my darks on top of it. So I'm just going to do those 3 to give us the, sort of the pie slice. So in addition to those, I know that I want to do all of these areas in here with the black. And as the artist, I did darken these up. And I could do them with a gray, but I think I want to go ahead and do them in black. Now, of course, I do need to be a little bit careful, just going around the lines. But I'm going to like the contrast that this will throw onto my browns. And this is actually sort of what made me think of this color palette at all, is that I have a sofa that is all blacks and browns. And it's like, it's not a geometric pattern, but more of a, it's like a Navajo pattern. And I really like it. I'm only going to do 3 of these, so bear with me. Still same all around there. Well, we need to think of something exciting for you, Melinda. I don't know exactly what it is. I read Katie, Katie Coffee Mug. She has a weekly blog, or not a weekly, but a blog, an occasional blog that she writes. And I have a link for it, which I can put in after. Or if she shows up, she can put it in. Her blog is called If Dreams Were Thunder. And she had a near miss car accident with a drunk driver. And only quick thinking, not only by her, but by her son, who then had to step between her and danger, because the guy who hit them, the drunk who hit them, decided to come back and argue about it. She had an exciting couple of weeks. So I don't recommend that for you, however, Melinda. You are welcome, Melody. Like I say, you know that I love you. I don't have to tell you. People who hear you, people who listen to you, those are rare in life. There I go, waxing poetic again. I'll stop. Okay, so there are those. Now that'll give me a little bit more of an idea of what I want to do. And I also think that since now I've got those 3, I might also go with a layer of this color on, maybe not on those leaves, maybe on this one. Maybe I will do it on this one. And I think that I'm going to go ahead and color, just because this is going to be all sorts of varying shapes of browns. I'm just going to go ahead and color all the way down to here. Because I'm going to make some interesting choices on where my blacks are going to go. You know that when you are coloring a coloring page, you do not have to be governed by the lines that the artist put in. you can erase those with whatever color. Use dark color, use paint. Um, so if something is oh, thank you, Melinda. Thank you so much. And yes, yes. And can you imagine? Melinda put in a link just now to Katie's blog. And can you imagine, maintaining your cool while that's going on? First, kudos to her son. But secondly, to, be standing there passively watching as your child stands between you and the unpredictable. I mean, that has to go against pretty much every instinct of a parent to, he's a big kid, and he was protecting his mom, and but I still, my hat is off to her for maintaining her own cool while a fairly dangerous fellow was in his face. In the meantime, he's talking steadily to a police dispatcher, which hopefully registered with this drunk driver, that they better get the heck out of there. Jeez. And all they were doing was going to Walmart, or coming back. I don't even remember what I was talking about. So I guess it wasn't important that I was waxing poetic at all. Oh, now here I am going against my own word and doing the entire flower. That's what happens when I get distracted. I forget what I'm doing with. That's why I wanted to lay in these colors before that could happen. Okay. Hello, Nanamo. Hello, hello. I have not talked to you since you were on vacay. And hello, Deb. Lovely to see you, and Loretta. Loretta, what have you missed? Well, you missed Loretta. Oh, Loretta. 50% off.